All right, sorry guys that I gotta do this to you, especially on Tupac's birthday, but this guy is not who you think he is. Now, I was a huge Tupac fan growing up and loved his music, thought he was a real straight shooter. But as I got older, I started to look into who he really was and really look at what he really represented. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it's the duality of man, but his music just really didn't make sense when I thought about it. Because in one song, he's saying we need to change, and the other song, he's saying riding on your enemies and, unaliving people. So the message was convoluted, if you ask me. But nonetheless, what if I told you guys that he actually was an Illuminati puppet and was a character that he was playing all along? Now, let's not forget that he went to a Baltimore school for performing arts. Okay? He was in plays. I mean, he was even a ballerina. This dude was completely into performing arts. He was good friends with Jada Pinkett. They both went to the same performing arts school together. So he was trained from a young age to be an entertainer and an actor. Now, a lot of people think he faked his death, but he didn't have to fake his death because he was a part of the program. You need to understand that you don't get to a level like his with influence and the money that he had without signing the deal. So take a look at this. This is the chain Tupac was wearing on the night he was. Now, he actually wasn't unalived in Vegas on that night. I'll get into that in a second, though. But take a look. Let's take a look at this chain a little closer. It is the Angel of Death, euthanasia. So he was wearing the Angel of Death around his neck on the night that this has happened. But let's look a little deeper. Now, people knew him for always throwing up what they thought was the West Side symbol. Okay, but this actually wasn't representing West Side. I'm going to show you what this actually is. The W hand gesture goes way back, and even in Renaissance art, and it's everywhere. From Christopher Columbus and plenty other places, it's all over the place in Renaissance art. They even tried to hide it within religious paintings. But like I said, if you look up the W hand symbol, you will see what this actually means. And it pretty much is the biggest sign that you could show that you are in the club. Now, people think because he came out saying he was Machiavelli and he came out with Illuminati. The Illuminati album that he made was not about taking out the Illuminati. It was actually about saying they don't even exist. See, coined by the rapper Tupac, it means exposing, destroying, or breaking the control of the Illuminati, a legendary, shadowy secret society that conspiracy theorists believe manipulates the world governments and the media. So, if you look this up, though, it doesn't even tell you right here. He did not believe in the Illuminati. He said he made up Illuminati because he was killing that. He was deading it. He didn't want anybody to believe in it. He said it doesn't exist. He said it's another way to keep you scared and to keep you from standing up. So somebody as high up the ladder as him was trying to make you believe that these secret societies do not exist. But he was definitely in the club, and I'm going to show you. Now, this is the album that he dropped after he passed. And it's highly blasphemous for him to put himself on the cross. He was always talking about he was going to come back resurrected. But if you look, the Don Illuminati, it was called the 7-Day Theory. Okay, it was that everything that he died in, for the most part, would be sevens. Now, the fact that he used occult numerology, that right there tells me everything that I need to know about him. Because if you look at it, Tupac died when he was 25. 2 plus 5 is 7. He was shot on September 7th. And if you look at the time, around 11, there's your 1-5 again, 11:15. They made sure they put both of their numbers in there. And also, he died 6 days later, and on September 13th. That's not a coincidence at all, ladies and gentlemen. The truth needs to be told, the truth needs to be spoken, because even to this day, people will admire this guy. They will look up to him and his music, when really, truthfully, based off the facts I see, he absolutely was in the club. You do not get to his level without being in the club. And through his hand gestures and all of the numerology surrounding him, it proves he was just another pawn in a game. But some of these people actually live this life. This was a completely made up character that they just, I'm sure, repurposed somewhere along the road. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, keep your eyes open.